Hello, hello, hello. Let's sort the tags out for this live real quick. Mate, it's so warm. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone in chat? Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone in chat? We'll wait until 5 minutes and then we'll start. Bob, 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 bob. Field of view 90. Subtitles. Is that too quiet now? No, I can't tell. Make that about 80. Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone there? Is anyone in the chat? Hello, Starry. Hello, Starry. How you doing? Yeah, I woke up maybe 40 minutes ago, maybe. So... Was there any big talks about me leaving again on Fake Pixel? Yeah, it's going alright. Very tired though. I'm very, very tired. Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone else there? Mate, the wind is picking up today. And me and my dad's gotta go get some wood for tomorrow. Which is gonna be fun. Alright. Hello there. Yes, you are present. Oh man, I'm so tired.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I don't know how the volume is, so just let us know.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Is the volume too high or too low?
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What I'll do then is I'll turn down the audio a little bit more. I hate Mondays. How's the volume now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find it. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
How long do you think it'll take for him to get annoyed again? Okay. Oh, I can't enter my office again.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh, I didn't expect it to be this sort of game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's go to the right one.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Damn straight.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Damn straight.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Alright, let's just watch the time go by. Will he say anything about this?
Sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Damn straight.
When a long time had passed, but at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
I just love the fact that anything you do, the opposite to it, he's always complaining.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Nah, that's alright.
Not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you... Oh, no. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean...
Yeah.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my god!
It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
I agree.
speaking with a person
That
who
does
not
equal
make
fish.
sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed of your decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform.
Oh my god, the blood barrier.
Dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
God damn it. Alright, what am I doing? Alright. Let's go this way. Oh, look, the room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Oh, what does this say? Yeah, I can't read that. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's gone silent. I kind of have to now.
Remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. What? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I gotta go this way. I'm gonna have to follow it now. Alright.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Good.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Monday, weekly target, admin, marketing Mondays, private time.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do?
Also about consulting about
To know that my
mine.
story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Plus, I don't really want to restart my game, to be honest.
No, I have to.
Oh no.
I have to. I have to. I'm here.
All right.
Still here in this pile of rubbish, with you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Damn straight I am.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make it behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Will it stop me?
Sure, you'll be up to the task. Just
Well,
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
all right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
All right.
Right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. He's just, it's not speaking.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
All right.
Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Mate,
entered the door.
I'm assuming I did. All right. But did I do good?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Have they put a barrier here, or is this meant to happen? Because why would there be 2 rooms down there with no stairs for the bottom? Oh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver.
I've got to
Otherwise we can't
speak.
get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Wait, does the game actually use my microphone, or is there something I'm doing wrong?
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
Wait, what? Let me check the controls.
The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why am I...
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay. So how come the speaking thing didn't work?
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a moment.
How come it didn't work? I was interacting with it.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Does the game just bug out or something?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he walked down? Why did
Hello.
the doors close automatically behind him?
Welcome back.
He went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my...
I'm playing Stanley Parable. It's a very, very confusing game.
Enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. When he wake up, he thought to himself, I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want my apartment.
I wanted to play some
and my job.
Phasmophobia or Lethal Company soon, so we might as well play it on stream and get it recorded and we'll upload it.
Life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Well, the plan's gonna be to, so I did it with my my last stream I did,
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Yeah, that's fine.
Someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
But I downloaded the
And everything went black.
I downloaded the live I did yesterday. I can't remember what I played. I think it was Project 13, and I cut it down a little bit and then made it also into a video. So that's coming whenever. I think on the 28th of Feb.
Got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This man.
Oh, man.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what is not.
Yeah, I just need to figure out when Dad's wanting to go for the wood.
Seeing this man made
So,
her feel better.
we do.
She remembered the
I don't know
day
what time he's home, so
day, the
I'm assuming it's when he gets home that we'll be going to go pick up the trailer to then go to Wix's.
extension the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Because once we get the wood and once we're home, there'll be no more, like, I don't think they'll be wanting to go into my room or anything whilst I play, so we could probably do it then. Yeah, that's alright, Starry. Nice seeing you again, mate.
The workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not
Mate, it's fine. It's fine if you take my desk, mate. Like, once it's made and that lot. I would probably ask, we've probably got, yeah, never mind.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
What
What
the
dark secret
fuck?
was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
You could probably get a decent one from like Couriers or
stepped into
whatever.
the newly opened passageway.
Oh, it's Vertigo on CS. Yeah, I'd just thingy, because once my desk is done, like from Saturday, and once it's up and thingy, like up and running pretty much, I'll be able to sort my monitors back out.
Emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
I'm so tired, man.
The nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Left or straight forwards? Escape or mind control facility? Which one? I'm gonna actually make my camera just a tiny little bit smaller. There you go. Which one? Left or straight ahead? What to? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Nice.
The lights rose on an enormous room.
Alright, I'm gonna pause the stream here. I've just gotta go get some wood, so I will see you guys in a little bit.